Hello and welcome back to RLCS Recap with your host Marky Two Butts. Today we're going over the EU Winter Regional Number 1, the playoffs, finishing up from this past week. We're going to be looking at the games from round 1 all the way to the grand final. Let's get into it. As I've said before, this format is round 1 games are best of 5s between the second and third place teams of all the groups. And then we'll be going into the quarterfinals, which are best of 7 games all the way to the grand finals. With if you lose, you have no double elimination or anything like that. As Moist, BDS, two teams kicking it up. As Moist was second in Group B and BDS were third in Group D. As it is 1-1 game so far between the two. Astral and the defense able to find Juicy, puts it right by Seiko. Monkey Moon in his own corner gets demoed as a second demo comes through, and that should be just an easy put away for Joyo, and he's able to find that one for Moist and win this game 2-1 already. With a game under the belt, as this best of 5 could be over in just 2 more games. Juicy up in the air, trying to, no, he doesn't even try to find Astral, he's going for it himself, and he puts it off the backward and in. As Juicy didn't need anyone's help there. Extra, no boost, doesn't really have a lot to do, but he wins 150. Juicy just beats Monkey Moon there, but it pops out nicely for Joyo over to Juicy. He's able to find it again, as that is 2-0 to Moist. With BDS struggling here, is able to get a goal back right off the kickoff with just 4 seconds remaining. Looking for a tying goal. Here's Astral, number boost, trying to get a flipper set, can't quite find it though. Ball's played into the middle. Monkey Moon over the last defender and beats him with a tying goal. Just seconds remain as Astral will try to cut that out, and Joyo will take care of it here. And Juicy going into the corner. Monkey Moon play that into the middle, but Astral's going to be the one that clears it and gets it, puts it on target, and a teammate clears out the defender, as that is a 2-0 lead for Moist, as they are looking quite good. Even though they in Group B they went 1-2, and in Group D BDS went 2-1, but sometimes that's how the way the world works. Or they're looking quite good, are Moist, even though they have a worse record technically, but are higher seeded in BDS, even though it doesn't really matter because you're going to be playing a 2 plays a 3 anyway, so it is what it is. But sometimes it's funny to think about, is that is a 1-1 game, and a third goal come through as Moist take a 3-0 sweep, and we are into Sonics versus Quadrant in the same side of the bracket in round number 1, as Quadrant number 2 in Group C and Sonics number 3 in Group A. As the 2 seed is actually 2-1 compared to the last time, whereas the 3rd seed is 1-2, and is a 1-1 game. Into overtime we go right off the back wall, and Smokes is there, puts the bar down, and no, that is not what you want to see if you're a Sonics fan. RG's going to stop that for the time being. Plays all the way over towards the back wall again. Back post, Smokes is there, bar down again, and RG is the second one. Definitely is a harder shot for Smokes, but Sonics able to get the win in the end. Matane looking for her put back off the back wall, and will find it. So laying away for Quadrant, trying to start an air dribble, gets shut down. Those Cash has a lot of time and space, able to put that up in the air for his teammate to go attack off the back wall. Flipper set, yes, he's able to find it. As there's a 1-1 game now. Well played into the corner, a demo comes through. Smoke's able to cut that out for the time being, but another shot comes on target and goes bar down off the corner, I believe. There's a 1-1 game from Sonics, able to tie this up. As Archu playing it into the corner, beats by another one. Defender on the back wall's there, but I can't quite clear it well enough. And then Sonics taking lead again. Smokes into the corner with no more boost, able to bump one out of the way though. And Matane looking for an easy double touch, and he's able to find the space between 2 defenders coming in. That is 2-0 to Sonics. So they're looking quite good in this 3rd game. Matane, oh, and a nice touch, just a little deft touch to redirect the ball right in front of the goal for Sonics player. So there's a 3-0, just 50 seconds remaining. Gets stuffed a little bit on the sidewall and played back across the goal to the back post. And that is 3-1. Sonics will win that game still. As we're into game number 4. Cash looking for it, can't quite find it, but bumps one of the players in the net. and the ball just definitely touched out into the top of the 18. Capitalized on by a Quadrant players right off the kickoff though. Sonics pushing their way through and they're able to force it home, as that is a 1-1 game now. Just a minute remaining about. The air dribble coming through and a dunk from Cash will tie this series up at 2s apiece. As a winner take all in this game at number 5, I'm going to face Moist in the quarterfinals in the best of 7. This ball played out and away from the Quadrant half, but a ball played across the goal. Oh, and back to Smokes. He's able to finish it up and gets their first goal of the game number 5. Batain up in there. Can he beat it? Wins a 50 and again, and it's stuffed. Oh, and Batain also puts it down. For Arju's right there is oncoming. Just a minute remaining about, and Sonics are looking to make it a 3-goal game, and they will, as this looking less likely for Quadrant. This time might be up in this tournament, as 40 seconds remain, and another ball played all off the corner as one of the teammates was falling down out of the sky, and that will be it as Carmine Corp beats Virgo 3-0, and German Amigos beat William Resolve 3-0 as well. All of the number 2 seeds, I believe, won that, and yes, they did. Oh no, Quadrant lost and Sonics won. So Carmine Corp and Sonics both from Group A, as well as Team Vitality still in it. It's Moist versus Team Vitality in the quarterfinals we're looking at. So we're into game number 2 already, as Vitality take a 1-0 lead in game number 1 and win the game. As Moist take a 1-0 lead in game number 2, and 3 players trying to come and block that ball. Vitality are kind of scrambling at the moment. Played off the corner and reads it correctly and will let it fall into him. That is a 2-0 game. Blocked on the goal line by Joyo. I sure pushed that out to midfield. Is he going to be able to beat L54? Yes, he will. He's got a ball on target and can't quite do anything about it defensively, so it's a hard save to make. As that is a 3-0 win as L54 trying to find it, can't quite get it to drop for him. As Redoson trying to play that in the middle, and Joyo was waiting for one of his teammates. It might have been Juicy. So well, but that is 1-0 to Team Vitality. Season plays over to the left just a little bit and blocked out for the time being, and Juicy will try to put that on target, and the third man can't quite flip into it and push it off target. So the shot was just a little bit too fast and too quick of reaction time. And then just 10 seconds remaining, Astral's able to finish that one up. That is a 2-1 lead for Moist in the series. Game number 4. So if the 4 flips that inside, and Sazin is there for the put away. Nice play. There's Astral 1-2 with his teammate. Can't quite put that by any of the players on Redison. Player misses on the back wall. Good for the double touch off the back wall, and he's able to find it, and that is 2-0. Just 2 minutes remaining. Joyo play that on target. Pushed away for the time being. No more boost. Plays into the middle, and Astral is there for the put away. That is a 2-1 game in game number 4. So we're into game number 5. Is Vitality win their second game after losing the last 2 season. We're going to be the last man. A couple players rotating back, but can't quite do it in time. That is 1-0 to Vitality. This ball played up in the air. Season off the back wall. L54 can't quite find it. And third man decides not to commit, and will regret that, as that is a 1-1 game now. Just seconds remaining on the clock. L54 passes infield to Reyes, and he's able to put that in just as the time went out. Vitality will seal that game away 2-1. And game number 6, L54 to the back wall. Can't quite find it, as the defense on the back wall is there. Played down to Redison again though, and a stuffed home. So Astro will try to play that up for a teammate, but it gets down on the way there, and L54 flipper set to the back wall, able to find that double touch easily. And that is it, as Vitality win at 4-2 as we're into Team Liquid versus German Amigos on the other side of the bracket, as they are facing off against Team Liquid, and best of 7 still, as all the games in the quarterfinals are. So we just went to game number 6 in the other game. Chronic to the back will save that, and German Amigos win 1-0 in the first game. Chronic in his own back wall has got 0 boost, trying to play that over Tux, just able to get in. Tux flips it into the midfield, and that's not a great position to be, but a little bit unfortunate. There's 1-0 to Team Liquid there. as that is one and becomes two quickly right off the kickoff. Off the next kickoff, ball still scrambling around in midfield. Catalysm trying to lift that up in the air, is able to get something on it, and Ivan will take over from there, pushes it to the sidewall. Chronic will stop that in the corner for now, but can't quite do anything else. Within Tox will go around him and score and make it a 2-1 game. Cut the lead in half. So Chronic to the side of half field and pinches that in to the corner. Tao gets beat as well. Tox 30 boost. The Chronic 1v1. It flips it over him, and Chronic can't quite get back to it in time. So that was a nice 1v1 play there. The skills come in handy as this 2-2 with just 40 seconds on the overtime clock. Tox hesitates a little bit, and another demo coming through as Tao demos 2 players in a short span of time, and will clear the path for a shot on goal. All I gotta do is put it on target at that point. So there's a 1-1 game. Sasuke to the back wall, can't quite stop him. And Tox over the last 2 defenders, and Ivan is there for the put away as German Amigos take the third game 1-0. Chronic trying to get back to the ball, 0 boost now. Plays it just a little bit to the side of the net. And Ivan up in the air dribbling. Gonna get able to get the flipper set. Chronic stops that for the time being, but Tox is there, and Tao on the half wall couldn't get back to the goal to save that one. That's a 1-0 for German Amigos. In game number 4, and the bump comes just a little bit through, but enough to put him off. Not be able to make that save, and Ivan wins a 50 over a couple players. Not gonna be able to get to the ball, but Chronic forced to go into his own corner. Beats 1. And he's dribbling the ball. Still wins a 50 in the corner. It'll be a quick back post, as I believe Ivan was bumped up a little bit by the third Team Liquid member. But German Amigos still win at 2-1. As Team Liquid couldn't quite get the comeback complete just off the kickoff of game number 5. Tox going over 1 towards the last member, and off the back of, I believe, whoever the defender was right there. Unfortunate there. So that is 1-0 to German Amigos. Still lots of time left for Team Liquid to come back, and they're able to find one off the corner. Nice read by Chronic, I believe that was. 3:30 left to play. 1-1 for the time being. So Ivan trying to bump the players out of the way. He's able to do so just a little bit. Played back post, and he puts it back to the front post. That's where you want to put the ball. Both players are coming that way. You put it opposite way. Never going to be able to touch that ball. As we move on to the semifinals of Carmen Corp versus German Amigos. As the last 4 stand, we are looking at the Team Vitality, Oxygen, Carmen Corp, and German Amigos. Obviously, as I've already said, the stats up there, they are through. So no game is going to game number 7 yet. Maybe we'll get one in the semifinal or the finals of this tournament. See who wins this first winter regional of EU. As Carmen Corp take a 3-0 lead. Only a minute 20 left. Seems like they're going to hang on to that one as 3 becomes 4 right now, as they are just cruising in game number 1. As German Amigos have been looking very good, but Carmen Corp also looking very strong currently. And the ball popped out. 30 seconds remaining. Ivan over to Catalysm, plays it down for Tox, and that is 4-1. This nice passing play comes through for the Germans Amigos. There's only 30 seconds remaining. You just have to say this game is over. We're just waiting for game number 2 now. There's a little bit of a tricky situation. I don't know if that was a play you could call it, where I'm going to hit it off the back of your car and just continue to roll with it once the defender flips out of the way, because he's expecting it to go over the guy in front of him. But that is what it is, and just like that, in game number 2, Carmen Corp take a 2-0 lead just in a matter of seconds in the game. There's only 30 seconds remain. German Amigos going to have to go for it again here. They're up against it. Ball goes underneath them as Catalysm able to find one back, but that will be it for game number 2, as German Amigos really need to get themselves going here offensively, as Carmen Corp is starting to run away with it now, as Itachi played on target, no more boosts left, but the ball still played dangerously. Vatier's there, back post, and he's able to put one in, and that's the only goal of game number 5, as right off the kickoff, Itachi looking for it again, and blocks it and leaves it for a teammate as a nice 50, and that will be that in the first couple seconds. Carmen Corp will resume their dominance on this series as game number 4 has come so quickly. It is looking not great for the German Amigos, as another demo comes through. Will give them 1 goal back. So there's their 3rd goal of this whole series in 4 games. Not a great stat. This is out of will backflip that. The ball saved but not exactly pushed away, and that will fall to Vertira. 2-1 now for Carmen Corp. German Amigos back in the corner still as a double commit comes through. Hitachi ball goes just behind him a little bit, and Ivan will pitch that by him and read the second ball on the wall, and a third player was already up. That was a third man on the sidewall. That is 2-2. We're into overtime. German Amigos need to start their reverse sweep somewhere, and this could be the perfect spot for it. Exotic will dump that one down. Hitachi's there. No one's coming to challenge him yet, and he just lets that bounce in and will take the win. 4-0 sweep going on to the finals as Team Vitality and Oxygen is a nice little oopsie-doopsie from L54. Goes underneath the defender, doesn't flick into the ball until necessary. Just like that, we're into the other semis. And 1-1 game as Oxygen will find themselves a tying goal here. So L54, a nice little fake again, and a demo comes through as he waited for the right amount of time for his teammate to come through and make it an easy goal to reclaim the lead for Vitality. As in their own corner now, Archie will win that. Backflips into the boost as L54. And Season, I don't think was expecting someone to be coming from the complete opposite corner. Just gonna dunk that in back post over him. And that's 2-2. As Rise will stop that out as they put in the pressure now. Minute 40 left. Try to look for the bump, but Season can't get to it anyways. Archie will capitalize on that. And 3-2 now is Vitality gonna come out, try to score another goal. Ties one up, and the ball played, just off the crossbar. And that could have been, I think that was the third man that came through, and yes, it will be just an empty net goal. And Oxygen will win 4-2. As Season will dribble that into the net for the first goal for Vitality. And we'll get a second goal just like that in just a couple seconds remaining. Vitality will win this game as the ball played around, and will win 2-1 and tie this up. This ball right off the kickoff, Vitality take another lead. So they've done in the first couple games, I believe. Ball played out, and Archie will finish that one up as that is 1-1. Now Rise trying to push that on the air, push it towards goal. Still backed away though. Half field. Rise on the sidewall has to back up into it, but can't quite reverse into it quick enough. And now going the opposite way, L54 backflip into the goal and makes it look easy. There's two players coming in from Oxygen on that ball. But Season, no boost, gonna push that up in the air. Waiting for Redderson to get there, but L54 is right behind him as he loses out to the ceiling over yours. No more boost. Can he get the flipper set? Yes, he can, and he uses it to perfection, as that is a 1-0 lead. Game number 4. So we're already into game number 4, as that is a 1-1 game. With Vitality winning 2 games back to back, 2-1. So there's found some momentum here. Another flipper set, able to find the go-ahead goal. There's only remains another one on target, saved just off the corner. No demo comes through though. Hopefully forward to the back, only got 9 boost. Uses some of it, and just lets it go again as he is just faking everyone out, and that will be stuffed over the line. 3-1 is Vitality. One more game away from victory here. And moving on to the finals. Face Carmine Corp. The ball rolled in and will go as 4 minutes on the clock, still lots of time. Anything to happen to the ball, still dangerously above the Vitality net, not exactly cleared. L54 push that over to the side. Redderson up in the air. Archie jumps early and it just goes over him as he needed to go up in the air. That air dribble's coming straight at him. Couldn't quite get it though. Sometimes that does happen. Archie looking for 50 is able to find it off the back wall. It goes, and yours beaten to it just barely. But another third man comes through and Rise there, able to get the goal. 40 seconds remain. Ball played down, and Redderson will steal that boost and Rise up in the air. Redderson will come back as he's rotating and plays it just barely over. And Archie, he's beaten to it by L54. I believe that was. It's 2-2 into overtime. We go. Telly looking for the final goal. That'll be a demo coming through. L54 can't quite get to it. Yours to the corner and doesn't find the angle, but Rise is there, and Yours is able to bump the defender out of the way and will give them their second win. So they need one more game to force game number 7 as a nice infield pass from Vitality. Is going to try to stop that for the time being. There's only a minute remaining. Yours looking for it again. Can't quite find the bump. Radisson leaves it for Sazin, who's just going to put that into the goal right off the kickoff. Archie playing that to the back wall, and he's going to able to find the double touch and cuts the lead in half. So that's what you want right after you get scored and finish, to come back and immediately get a goal back. Radisson trying to win a 50, can't quite get it. Rise with a lot of boost and puts it back post. Archie's there coming through up above everyone else. A nice weight on the kickoff, and Sazin flips it just at the right time, beats the defender. 3-2 now. And almost find another goal, but we're coming the opposite way again, as this last minute has been absolute mayhem, like about all of the goals almost coming in these very short amount of time, and a save off the goal line as we are into overtime. We go as Archie looking for it, air dribbling into the back wall, and it's denied just this time again, and Yoras will finish up as we are into game number 7 and goes the last 2 games into overtime. Archie to the back wall, and bar down and in right off the kickoff. We go as Yours is going to be able to get to this ball first. Not a lot of boost, but he plays that down off the floor. We'll take over from here and played over. One of the other teammates comes right behind him, but Radisson is there for the put away of a double touch on the back wall. Into overtime, we go for the 3rd game in a row. Is Yoras, who see who goes to the finals, and that would be Sazin. Push that forward, and Radisson off the bar, down and in. Sazin can't quite get his hand, and more boost is L54 coming through though, and he's able to finish it up. Vitality 4-3, so we get the first game 7 of EU Regional number 1, and it is quite the game indeed. As Vitality Carmen Corp going to face off, as Carmen Corp still continuing their pretty standard dominance of it, I'd say, as they are 1-0 up and make that 2-0. So that becomes very apparent that they are still quite a strong team, with 4-0 the German Amigos in the semifinals, as Vitality would get 1 goal back. Try to look for more off the kickoff. Matera trying to block that, can't quite find it. A nice 50 will tie it up as we are almost at the halfway point of the game. Radisson try to play that down. Exotic gets demoed out of the way. L54 to the back wall, leaves it for Sazin. He's able to find that one. So Vitality take the first game in a pretty convincing, not extremely convincing fashion, but Carmen pretty good as Tachi with an air dribble put that into the goal, give them the lead just after a little bit of time. And another one comes through right away as right off the kickoff. Again, Sazin looking for it, can't quite find it, and that might be the 3rd man, as Radisson not exactly advantageous position, and that is 3-0. Just like that, as Carmen Corp turned on the gas in this game, as Vatira air dribble that bumped out of the way. Exotic on the back wall and puts it off the post, and luckily Itachi is there for the put away. That's 4-0 as Vitality just a minute remaining, had to come up for it, have to do something, try to score a goal, make it a little bit uneasy for Carmen Corp, but alas, that is 5-0 to Carmen Corp as they came alive in the 2nd game. See if it continues in this 3rd one. This ball played down dangerously above their net. A little bit of scramble in the back end right off the corner of the post and in. Makes it 1-0 lead to Vitality. Still lots of time left in this game and in this grand finals. This again is not a double elimination or anything, because both teams obviously won from the round 1 or quarterfinals through, so it's just a 1 best-of-7 here. So there's 2-0 to Team Vitality. Tira to the sidewall. Ball played out, and it touches up. Leaves it for Itachi to the back wall. Played down. Oh, and he's able to find it again off the 2nd bounce. That's an unconventional way, but I don't ask how, they ask how many. And Carmen Carpet looking for another goal to tie this one up with just seconds remaining. 15 on the back wall. 2 players come in. They're able to put it in. Can't quite find the block for 2 players coming to it, and right off the sidewall, ball launches off Vatira to the back wall. Exotic will put that up in the air. Demo comes through, and that's just going to be on target as Carmen Corp complete the reverse, as they were down 2-0 in that game, able to come back and make it a feisty affair in overtime and win the game. This ball flipped in from Vatira as they are winning now in game number 4 as well. And another dunk from a Carmen Corp player. That is 2-0 to Carmen Corp. As Itachi dumps that all the way down, and that should be just. And oh, there's one player back who saves it and pushes it off to the side. Actually, Exotic pushes that out just a little bit, and Radisson up to him and just beats the last defender as they quickly counter. Just 20 seconds remaining though. Karma Corp could hold on to this for victory. That would be what they would prefer. As the ball pinches out from the corners. We've ever seen this once, I believe, in the EU. Somewhere else in one of the group stage games, I believe. As just seconds remain, and Karma Corp will take the win. As the ball played down very far, trying to kill this game off. And we are going to be on to game number 5 with Karma Corp having a chance to win it. And game number 5 could be the score of 4-1. And Sazen will put this in finally after like 15 seconds up in the air at 0 seconds. And some people just like how to like playing the game a little bit more, but make it a scoreline a little bit closer, 3-2. And saved off the post and not for long, as Karma Corp is still very dominant. As another demo comes through as the third man, and that might be just on target, is it? No, just off the top of the box. Buffeteer is there, right above the goal. And he's going to capitalize on it, though, and that is 2-0. And another demo comes through, and that's going to be 3-2, as they are looking quite dominant in this, and they might win this grand final. Well played out dangerously, and that will be 1 goal, but just a little bit too late, as Karma Corp are victorious in this first regional for EU. Make sure to tune in for the next video where we look at the regional number 1 for NA to see what happened. Thanks for watching.